The WCKCSOs-Ukhrul strongly condemns the shocking Leplen incident of 24 August 2026 and the misleading account given by the Village Secretary of Sinakeithel. As per ground reports received, 4 Kuki-Zo village volunteers safeguarding the vulnerable ridge between Leplen and Tingpibung were surrounded and fired upon by cadres of NSCN, after infiltrating into Leplen's jurisdiction at around 12:20 am. One volunteer, Jangsat of Leplen village, sustained injuries. Had it not been for the power bank he was carrying, we might well have lost him. An FIR has since been lodged in connection with the incident, and the matter now warrants a prompt and impartial investigation to establish the truth and hold those responsible accountable. It is therefore astonishing that the Village Secretary of Sinakeithel, a heavily secured village with 131 Battalion of Border Security Force, Manipur Rifles and Manipur Police deployment, has attributed the attack to a few Kuki-Zo volunteers. Apparently, in today's Manipur, the direction of gunfire is enough to identify the culprit, provided, of course, that the conclusion fits the preferred narrative. Such attribution without credible evidence is speculation masquerading as fact. More alarming is the timing. The attack occurred barely 6 days after the withdrawal of security forces from Shungman, Leplen and Shungfal Kuki-Zo villages, leaving these vulnerable settlements exposed. This raises a serious question. Was the withdrawal merely a security decision, or did it advertently create a free pass for NSCN, to prey upon unprotected Kuki-Zo villages? While Kuki-Zo villages remain exposed to danger, Sinakeithel continues to enjoy substantial government security protection. This glaring disparity raises another disturbing question. Is there a tacit understanding between Government of Manipur and NSCN, to facilitate the systematic elimination of the Kuki-Zo population from Ukhrul and neighboring areas? The burning of Kuki-Zo houses at Tapu Kuki villages in broad daylight on 24 August 2026, allegedly by NSCN, cadre, further underscores the group's apparent impunity. The WCKCSOs-Ukhrul makes one point unequivocally clear. Whatever the geographical scope of the Indo-NSCN, ceasefire arrangement, it does not confer territorial jurisdiction, sovereignty or any license to conduct armed operations over Ukhrul or any other part of Manipur. A ceasefire is an instrument for cessation of hostilities and political dialogue, not a charter for exercising authority over civilians or unleashing violence. This therefore begs the fundamental question, what exactly is NSCN, doing in Manipur? Under what authority are its cadre operating against civilians, and why are the state and central governments seemingly allowing such activities to continue with impunity? The WCKCSOs-Ukhrul condemns in the strongest terms the lenient and inexplicably tolerant approach of both governments towards such activities. Turning a blind eye to armed groups while vulnerable civilians are left exposed is not restoring normalcy. It is outsourcing law and order to those who thrive on disorder. The Kuki-Zo people cannot be expected to remain silent while their villages are attacked, their homes burnt, their people injured and their security systematically weakened. We refuse to accept a system where armed groups appear to enjoy greater freedom than the citizens they terrorize. The Government of India and the Government of Manipur must answer. Why is an armed group like NSCN, NSCN, operating in Manipur with such impunity? Who is permitting it? And, most importantly, who will be held accountable for the lives and properties lost? The Kuki-Zos are equal citizens of India, not stepchildren to be protected selectively and abandoned conveniently. The government cannot claim to be restoring normalcy while allowing those who disturb it to operate with impunity. Issued by Department of Information and Media WCKCSOs-Ukhrul.